Throughout the pandemic, we know that the world has changed and government must change with it. But change in government is not always easy. It often requires a will and a drive to enable that shift. That is why our government is seizing this moment to deliver government programs and services which meet the public's needs with unprecedented speed and convenience. Ontario Onwards, Ontario's COVID-19 action plan for a people-focused government, is that plan. Building on what we've learned from the pandemic, this action plan includes more than 30 initial projects that will bring major change to government, both in what it does and how it does it. One of our signature projects in the action plan is a digital identity that can allow you to safely hold and use the personal information that's found on physical government IDs online, including driver's licenses, health cards, and birth certificates. Citizens will eventually be able to do more transactions and access more services online, and businesses can be partners in accelerating easier and more convenient interactions for people.
All right, Shalom, call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors be unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatam to the hopefully elect. All right, so pretty much hearing it from the horse's mouth, pretty much how they want to establish pretty much this new world order. All right, and talks about this digital ID, right? Which, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, of course, and all the men on down, they've been saying for years, how pretty much, because they know, and like he said, well, he didn't say it, but said it indirectly, but because they know they're going to get a lot of pushback. People aren't just going to be up and okay with them just all out chipping everyone. So this is why everything's for the most part done in stages. You also hear the apostles and elders, they talk about gradualism, because that's another tool that Esau Edom uses. All right. And again, cause, I just did a video dealing with the agenda behind the smart technology, in which they're pretty much getting people used to and indirectly getting them people used to this pretty much this technology being inside the body, because time in and time out, we always say all roads lead to the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. All right, and like I was saying, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the men on down, they've been saying for years how pretty much they're going to present this thing in a way that's convenient for everyone. All right, and you're going to hear him go into it how because, like, let's say you need to renew your driver's license, and instead of having to go to the DMV and make an appointment and do all these other things, it pretty much everything can pretty much be done online with this new identification, this new form of identification. All right, and because again, they're going to present this in a way that is convenient for everyone, and this is how Esau Edom is going to get the mass majority of the people into accepting the New World Order, all right? Because of convenience. So, just play this out.
Starting in January, the government will consult with industry on how the province could introduce a secure digital identity for Ontarians by the end of 2021.
So, because I told I told my younger brother, I pretty much teach him and whatnot. I pretty much told him, based off this video, it's a very good possibility that we could be out of here by 2021, because like he just said, they're looking to start this in January of 2021, and by the end of 2021, they pretty much want to have it in full motion. And knowing the prophecy, all right, um, the major prophecies we're looking out for is World War III, and of course the mark of the beast being implemented, which is the RFID chip. All right, and as of lately, if you've been paying attention, brothers have been doing videos on it. All right, lately the talk has been the talk has been about a chip. All right, because now they're talking about with this COVID pass, and traveling via the airlines and whatnot. You gotta have this pretty much this, like, a COVID pass or whatever. So again, with all this talk lately, it's been about this chip, because again, all roads lead to the chip, one way or another. All right. They're calling for a mandate of a recall of all paper dollar, because they want to make a digital dollar, right? So, all is these things is picking up very quickly. And like I said, I told my younger brother, it's a very possibility that we could be out of here. Hopefully, Lord's will, by the end of 2021, because they're looking to, from the sound of it, they want to start this by January of 2021. The agenda 2021, right?
Including the strong privacy protections that will make sure you only share what is needed when it's needed. Now, you'll need to keep a driver's license or healthcare card in your real wallet, at least for a little while. But we will start introducing new ways to use your identification online beginning next year. With a digital wallet, your identity is in your hands, on your device, and under your full control. Let me give you a few examples of what might be possible. Let's imagine a small business owner needs to register their new business within the province. With a digital identity, the owner or authorized representative of one of the thousands of new businesses started every year in Ontario could skip one or many trips to an Ontario government office and use their digital ID to register their business online. A student could skip a trip to the bank to open their first account by verifying their identity online. And a senior could check into a doctor's appointment remotely from the parking lot or lobby, maintaining physical distancing and by avoiding the lineup in the waiting room. And here's another example. Each year, approximately 50,000 farm vehicle renewals are processed and can't currently be completed online. With a digital identity, an Ontario farmer could choose to renew their farming vehicles online instead of visiting a Service Ontario location in person.
So you see, because again, this thing is going to be about convenience. All right. And all your information, you don't have to worry about carrying, until they really get this thing in motion. Like you said, for now, of course you carry your identification cards and everything, but the time is going to come where you're not going to have to carry any of that stuff. You're not going to have to worry about pulling out loose change and exact change and single dollars. Everything's going to be on this chip, your identification, everything, your birth certificate. It's all going to be on this digital ID, which is eventually is going to lead to a chip, them chipping you. All right, this technology inside you. All right, like I brought it before with Elon Musk, his Neuralink brain chip. All right, he's going into how you'll be able to stream music directly from your brain. This is how they're going to get the mass majority of the people. All right, because again, they've pretty much buttered everyone up with all this technology, and everything's fast paced, and everything's about speed and just everything's just there at your convenience. All right, so again, best believe the people, man, they're gonna flock to this. Ultimately, when they start rolling out with these chips, man, because it's articles that's coming out going into how this is gonna replace the medical industry, and this is gonna change the medical industry. It's gonna change everything. This is gonna be like the biggest. This is gonna be like the newest, the biggest thing since you know since the last new big thing came out, and this is going to be the new trending thing. Everyone's going to be getting it left and right.
Just some possible ways that with a verified digital identity will make interactions with government for people and businesses simpler. With our action plan, we're transforming government, moving Ontario onwards, and putting the people at the center of everything we do. Thank you.
Yeah, they're buttering you up for the New World Order. That's like I've been saying. But I always say this is not really a New World Order. It's really an Old World Order, because this is something they've been plans that they've been had in mind since when you read about Genesis, the 11th chapter. But I never really go into the time of the Greeks, so I'm gonna bring this out and to get just a couple of other precepts here in First Maccabees, and bear with me. I'm just gonna see where I can start. Now, when you read about the time of the Greeks, all right, you read about Alexander the Greek and his 4 generals, all right, because like I said, there was always pretty much a plan for a New World Order. You read about the Hellenization, where they were pretty much forcing they were forcing Jake to do away with the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai, and get down with the program, or they put you to death. Because best believe this is going to come back on a major scale, dealing with this New World Order. This is why they're going to be rounding people up and hauling them off to these concentration camps. Let me start here, verse 1 for Maccabees, First Maccabees 140, and Salakia, because I'm in pain and very uncomfortable, and I'm just trying to get situated. So bear with me if I'm if I don't seem all the way there. But First Maccabees 1 and 41, it says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, a New World Order, all right? And everyone should leave his law, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. And just like back then, all right, those same Jakes will probably be back today, because, again, best believe they're going to willingly accept this. They're going to get down with the whole program, the whole beast system, all right, and they're going to take that chip willingly. Verse 44 says, for the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, to the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. All right, and that's where you get a lot of those during the time of the Romans, when Yahushua walked the scene. All right, a lot of those Jews, those Jakes, all right, they due to the Hellenization that took place during the Greek Empire, all right, a lot of them fell off to the point where they just completely forgot the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai, like how it is today. All right, these Jakes are out here, man. They have no idea who they are. They're completely disconnected from the power, the source. All right, but you know, because again, when you read during the time of the Greeks, all right, you know, because this wasn't just like something that because a lot of Jakes got they did some unspeakable acts to those Jakes that they weren't that weren't down with the program. So this is why Jake eventually they just started getting with the program because they seen what was happening to the other Jakes. All right, um, because eventually they just started killing Jake, and again that's what they're getting ready to do now. All right, a lot of Jakes, they're just gonna get mauled down. They're gonna get tortured, and just all manner of fucked up out here. All right, when Esau comes down with those troops and those military soldiers. All right. So yeah, I mean, you could just read this. Read the history. I'm gonna go to not second. It's just First Maccabees, the second chapter, and because there's a point I want in here as well. So just bear with me. Or actually, it might be second Maccabees, the first chapter. Salaka, bear with me. Let me check. Let me go to second Maccabees, the first chapter. Matter of fact, let me look up this word consent and see what that says. Because again, due to the fact that they're going to present this in a way that's convenient for everyone. Like I said, Jake is willingly they're going to get down with their program. Let me read this in First Maccabees 2:19. First Maccabees 2:19. It says, Then Matthias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. Yeah, because again, that great hour of temptation. All right, when you read about Matthias and the Maccabees, all right, these men, they held on to their integrity, and that's pretty much the spirit we gotta be asking Yahweh Shem Yoshai to give us that spirit, because again, man, we're going to be seeing stuff that we've never seen before. All right, we're going to be hearing hurling cries that we've never heard before, man. Women and children are going to be getting raped, and it's going to be all bad out here. This is, again, like I said, this is why we pray constantly for that mercy and for Yahweh Shem Yoshai to give us the spirit to endure in those times, because it's going to be all hell on earth. Because again, but for the most part, Jake, man, they're just gonna willingly be, because they have no faith in Yahweh Shem Yoshai, they're just gonna be willingly, saying the hell with the Most High and His laws, and they're gonna get down with Esau and his program. All right, and this is why because when it talks about that in Revelations, the devil, knowing that he has but a short time, all right, coming down with that great wrath. All right, let me get that real quick. So this is what's being set up, and they're gonna damn, so many precepts going through my head. the one in Second Esdras. But let me get this set of Revelations. 12:12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil," all right, and that's talking about the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, which is Esau Edom, all right, our biggest adversary, all right, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Yeah, because again, people are waking up to the fact. Well, first let me say, because again, the truth is out there. You know, the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right, being on the prophets to expose these devils. All right, people are waking up to the fact and waking up to the truth, to what you see, because Esau Edom, his plans, you know, they've been all pretty much put out there, like the New World Order and like the mark of the beast being the RFID chip. This is why these devils, all right, they're getting ready to move on Jake, and particularly more so the prophets, all right, because, you know, again, you know, being the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you know, the prophets are exposing all of Esau's plan, all right. And again, you know, this is why they're getting ready to come down with that great wrath, because you know, they're coming down with that great wrath to shut the prophets up. You know, that's what this, you know, the great insurrection is more so really to come against the prophets, to shut them up. All right. This is why in verse 13 it says, "And when the dragon saw that he was cast onto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child." All right. And that woman being, as the scriptures say, compares Israel, Jerusalem, which is a people before it's a place. It compares the Israelites to a comely woman, a beautiful woman. All right. This is why, again, you know, they're about to persecute the saints. This is why they're about to come against the saints. All right. Because here it is, you know, we're in 2020 and people are still, you know, pretty much scoffing and talking shit, calling us conspiracy theorists and nut jobs and all these other things. When clearly this thing, I mean, this stuff, I mean, if you don't get it by now, then, you know, I mean, you better pray to Yahweh Shemel Shai that he gives you the eyesight, because again, you know, it's clear as day. All right. And again, you know, even people that aren't in the truth, you know, even other nations and these heathens, they can see, you know, and again, because Esau knows that they're gonna get a lot of kickback, so this is why they gotta, you know, build the people up, right? You know, pretty much get them ready subconsciously. But again, even with that, you know, they're gonna get a lot of kickback, and eventually Esau's just gonna say the hell with it all, and just, you know, he's just gonna go back to his pretty much his natural state of just being a brute beast and just be out here killing people and, you know, forcing people into willingly give up their soul, give up their spirit, or not spirit, but, you know, sell their soul, you know. But again, you know, because I think he mentioned something about devices, all right, because again, you know, let me get this real quick. Psalms 140:8, it says, "Grant not, O Yahweh, the desires of the wicked," because what is their ultimate goal? Is to chip every individual on the planet. All right, let's just say there was exactly 7 billion people on the planet, right? They would have no less than 7 billion RFID chips, because they have it. They really have it in their mind that they're going to plan, that they're going to chip every single individual. All right, they really do have it in their heart that they're going to fulfill their new world order, and you know, their enterprise. All right, they have it in their minds that they're going to accomplish these things. It's fully set in their minds that they're going to accomplish this. All right, with no interference, no nothing. They're just going to get it done. Right. But, you know, we read here, all right, King David, which, all right, spiritually today, that's the elect, the house of David, all right, the elect, they're crying out to Yahweh Shemel Shai not to let this thing, you know, fully be, you know, to be fulfilled completely, because they're going to get close. They're going to get very close. All right, and the scripture talk about how right when they're about to fill their belly, All right, just when they just got to, get to that point to where they're satisfied, the Lord is going to show up and you know, just you know, um, mess up everything. All right, but it says, further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves, Selah. So you see that wicked device, all right, those chips, all right, because again, best believe if you take that chip, man, you're gonna be destroyed. All right, here it is, Esau Edom, man. He's Yahweh Shem Shai, his law, statutes, and commandments. Everything that Yahweh Shem Shai represents is for life. You know, it's for life. But these devils, man, they're completely against Yahweh Shem Shai. They're against life. All right, they're against the light. They're against righteousness. I mean, they're just all negative, all wicked, all evil. All right. Because one of their goals is to exterminate but basically they want to maintain humanity under 500 million, which again, there's roughly 8 billion people on the planet. So that's a lot of people they want to kill. And part of how they plan to accomplish that is Bill Gates from hell, all right, he said it himself, chipping everyone, or excuse me, vaccinating everyone, all right, because best believe, again, with those vaccinations and even if, ultimately that chip, all right, it's nothing but abominations. It's filled with nothing but abominations. That's why I say, when people take that chip, man, eventually, man, they're gonna start bugging out, and your body's gonna start rejecting that chip, all right. You're just gonna be all jacked up, man. All right, so this is why we pray to Yahweh Shem Shai. Please don't let these devils fulfill these agendas that they got set up. Because again, let's just say they I said this before. Let's just say hypothetically, Yahweh Shem Shai were to let them fulfill the New World Order, and they chipped everyone, every single individual. They got what they wanted. Then what? We'd all be done, man. We'd all be finished. Because the scriptures talk about how these days, pretty much they'd be sped up for the elect's sake. And these days, man, they're things are moving quickly, and these days, man, they're going. We're already here. It is. We're already. They're talking about this. They want to start this digital ID in January. And here it is. We're already, fastly approaching 2021. We're already approaching January. So these things are, coming to fruition quickly. But even more so, once they start chipping people, man, things are going to pick up even more. Things are going to start rolling even quicker. All right, because again, those are the last two major prophecies: World War III and the RFID chip. But again, so yeah, like I told my younger brother, man, 2021, man, it could very well, Lord's will, be the year that we get out of here, man. It's looking like because 2020, this year in itself, man, it's been a hell of a year. So how much more 2021? All right, and now even more so, World War III is brewing up, man. It's on the horizon. It can happen any day now. And now more so, the talk lately has been the chip. All right, Japan is just they're advertising microchips. All right, Sweden is pretty much advertising microchips. Well, they've been advertising microchips, right? So like I said, man, 2021, man, it's looking like the year, and Lord's will that it is, man. Because, hey, man, what does it say in Daniel, man? The saints are being worn out, and we're just tired, man. We want to get the hell up out of here. So, with that, man, let Esau do what he's got to do. Bring the flood, man. Bring it. That's just one step closer to getting the hell up out of here. Lord's will, 2021 be the year we get the hell up out of here. So with that, give all credit to Yahweh Shem Shai, the bonders to the apostles and others of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.